than I think we thought it would be at this point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Browns' defense has been phenomenal. But the offense is heating up. This is a huge quarter for Shedeur to handle this. You know Joe Burrow's going to have something to say about it down the stretch.
Off the play fake, Shedeur. He'll run the football, and he dives forward. Got to be careful about that as he dives.
No, I wouldn't say surprised, but happy with Shedeur's mobility, because when they kind of struggle running the ball, the quarterback running game really helps them. Shedeur is averaging about 30, 35 rushing yards a game.
What a drastic.
When you hear him say candy, he's throwing the first play in the trash can and going to the second play call.
A little pitch to Sampson. He's got some blockers trying to get away, and he's got the first down. That last little nudge to the right, he got away.
Start bringing pressure, knowing that Shedeur is kind of getting in rhythm and playing really well in the second half.
You see the difference in first downs from the first half to the second half. Sanders has time. He throws. He's hit as he throws. It was nearly intercepted. Demetrius Knight
able to kind of bang Shedeur's arm there. Right over the Bengals defender, Barrett Carter, the other rookie linebacker. It looks like we got an injured offensive lineman there.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. It's Whippler. And the backfield is Corley. We've seen him in the backfield a couple of times.
Got a reverse.
Yeah, we got a little reverse. They give it to Bond. He's got elite speed. And Bond down to the 42-yard line. B.J. Hill, your former teammate in New York, was able to make the tackle.
Is really tough. That's tough for a young quarterback especially.
Second down and 6. They bring the tight end in motion into the backfield. They hand it off to Sampson. And Sampson is stood up by Hill after a gain of maybe a half.
Shedeur's comfortable. They're moving the ball. Joe Burrow got a lot of chances in the first half. Been on the bench a little bit more now. But the Bengals defense out going to need to step up and force the Browns to punt this ball.
If you're the Browns, if you get close to it, would you go for it?
You got to pick up a couple yards here.
Williams in the backfield next to Sanders. Pressure's coming. Sanders is hit, and it's incomplete. Again, he's fortunate it wasn't intercepted. It was deflected by Shamar Stewart, who they're so happy.
It's a twist in the stunt, but Shamar Stewart was let free on that one.
Now the Browns do decide they didn't get any yards on that they will punt it away. Williams back deep to receive. Well, Jorquez is trying to pinch this inside the 10, and he does. Super Bowl 60 starts here. Stay tuned after the games today for the announcement of the full schedule. And of course, that Ravens fan is thankful for the Cleveland Browns because they knocked off the Steelers last week, which means tonight's game. Myles Garrett, bottom of your screen. Burrow from the goal line. Gives it off to Chase Brown. Brown, not much running room. Let's check in with Amanda down on the sidelines.
Yeah, guys, we talked to Myles and down. They're all so amped up for him. They wanted him to get it out of the way early. That obviously didn't happen. But he said, I know I can't force this. And that's the message I've been giving to the guys as well. He has total confidence, though, that by the end of this game, he will be the new record holder.
Yeah, in fact.
Directly. Yeah, he's moving now, picking his spots.
Oh, Burrow trying to run away. Burrow was going to run away for a few yards out of bounds at the first down marker. He wasn't going to go right because that's where
he is. Plan B, run where Myles Garrett isn't. But listen, Myles Garrett's going to be unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. He's having a dominant to score twice.
On first down, Burrow drops back to pass. Underneath, gives it to Brown. Brown bounces off one defender and spins to the 25. It was bait.
Points to win. They need more than 12 to win. He's got to drive the ball downfield.
Two tight ends are on the right side. That means that Garrett's by himself. They hand it off to Brown. And Brown, who we mentioned before, went over 1,000 yards earlier. Tackled by Tyson.
Thing that the Bijan Robinsons, the Christian McCaffreys, the Alvin Kamaras type of backs.
What did Burrow tell us? He said the thing that was impressive to him is that he is such a critical thinker about the game. Burrow gets rid of it quickly, has T. Higgins.
Opportunities like some other #1 wide receivers get in the NFL, but when he gets it, he makes the most of them.
Well, we talked about how quick Joe Burrow has been. Under 2.5 seconds, he's completed 10 passes. That's amazing. Even a hair over 2.5 is amazing.
I mean, he's a
couple for first down. Burrow, Yosivash has the first down. And they'll move the chains. The clock will wind. Under 7 minutes to play.
We got to shout out Jim Shorts, by the way. How great has played that well this year. They've been special this year on defensively.
Yeah, Garrett told us he's been exceptional as a leader and as a man. He leads on and off the field. Bengals will hand the ball off. And Brown is really churning now. He's inside.
The theme of running the ball downhill right inside of Myles Garrett. Chase Brown has been the MVP today, in my opinion. He's been extremely efficient. It's hard for a pass rusher, Myles Garrett, to play every single snap like this. Look how wide he is, but he's going for it here.
Yeah, he's curling around. Burrow's looking to the outside. Burrow has it incomplete, intended for T. Higgins.
Here, he is one-on-one with T. Higgins. There is no tougher position to be in the NFL. He does a good job of staying on top of T and also getting his head back. Look how he has his head back there, so there's no PI. You couldn't defend that any better. Where Myles Garrett's lined up here.
Trying to knife his way through. Burrow underneath with the pressure coming. And it's a first down, or at least close to it for Sample, as Hickman makes the tackle. Man, he is getting rid of this one.
He just lined up 5 yards off the ball at the linebacker position and still got in the backfield.
It's hard to shield 6'4", 275 pounds. First down. Burrow, he's under pressure, he's sacked! And there it is, a record that has stood nearly a quarter of a century has a new leader as 30-year-old Myles Garrett records his NFL.
Post-Aaron Donald era football, and Myles Garrett's the best defensive player in football. He separated himself this year. I think the entire crowd is on their feet because you know how hard.
It'll be second down and 16. It's a loss of 6. Burrow underneath to Brown. Brown trying to make a couple of men miss. Cannot. He's back to the line of scrimmage. You
see Myles Garrett, he just wins right away. To be that big, but that athletic to dip. A la Von Miller beats Orlando Brown and gets in the backfield in under 2.5 seconds, Tom. Joe Burrow came more.
Yeah, he wants some breathing room now. Burrow rolls the pocket on third down. He has time. He's under pressure. Gets away. And now trying to dance his way. Throws it towards Chase, and it's incomplete. It's fourth down. And back here in Cincinnati, where the Browns have a 5-point lead, and Myles Garrett has the sack record, and there's smiles everywhere. And if you don't think this is how his teammates feel about him, they're carrying him on the sidelines. That is a massive human that they're carrying.
19, 180, what's that?
They'll give it to Sampson, as the Browns also want to try to milk this clock. Back one more time to look at this sack and watch the route that he takes to get to the back. Yep.
Watch the ball have a great start and look like he won off the get off there. And look how much it means. A weight lifted off it.
Here.
180, what's that?
Second down off the play fake. Sanders will throw. Sanders is in trouble. Sanders breaks away, and he is nailed. TJ Slayton was the first one there.
Players love Myles Garrett so much. Shedeur Sanders told us this morning he is Cleveland. He is the heartbeat of this team. And David Njoku not only came over and put a fake crown on his head, but then started a Myles Garrett chant with Bengals.
Is in motion. Sanders from his end zone rolls to the right. Sanders is going to have to run this one. And he'll get to the 15-yard line a little bit.
It makes the Bengals use one of their timeouts. Now with one timeout and Joe Burrow, that shouldn't be the biggest issue. But smart by Shedeur of not throwing the ball away, at least make the Bengals use that timeout.
Yeah, he still Kevin's plenty of time and one timeout. Down by 5, trying to close out the year with a victory. League. And he's busy today. This will be his 5th punt. Williams assessing. He's going to try to return it. And he gets a couple. That's Myles Garrett, the all-time leader in sacks in an NFL season. One timeout left. Burrow begins. He'll dump it off to Sample as tight end. He's got plenty of time left on the clock, and Sample gets up to the 47-yard line.
Morning coming up.
And don't forget, McPherson's missed 2 extra points. This would be a different game, and Higgins can't hang on. That pass was broken up by Ross. P-Ride, who's in the backfield on third down. Burrow lofts it for Chase. He makes the catch. Wow, what great control. He was in front of Ross, and he was season's game at Highmark Stadium, a place that you played so many games at. Here, it's the Bengals down by 5, moving the ball with 2 minutes to play. P-Ryan in the backfield. Burrow looking to throw. Burrow just dumps it off. Pressure was coming not only from Myles Garrett, but point lead over the Texans. Jacksonville was up big in their game. Burrow to the outside. This time Higgins reels it in. He had Ross on him again, and he was able to make the catch and hold on.
We mentioned the problems of being NFL corners. You can have a PB with the one timeout in their pocket. Plenty of time here for Joe Burrow and this Bengals offense.
Burrow sets up in the pocket, throws to the middle. He's got Chase. Chase breaks a tackle to 5, and he's down to the 4-yard line. He almost bounced his way.
The man across the board, who do you decide to throw to? T or Jamar? And he says, I know what they do well. I know Jamar Chase runs across the field really well. Look at him break in.
Speaking of time, the Browns just called a timeout because they understand if the Bengals score a touchdown, they need time on their side.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals ran the ball one time to use up some clock here. Not
yards on the ground. Burrow to throw again. Burrow dances to the end zone. Chase, he's got it. He hangs on. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Has records along with Randy Moss. Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase has been good. So long they've been doing it since the LSU days.
Yeah, that's 3 touchdown passes for Joe Burrow. They are reviewing it to make sure. There's also
that's what the Bengals do with their receivers. They were just better on that drive.
All right, so we talked about this before about chasing points. They're going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 3-point.
Matchups on the outside.
They do have one-on-one matchups on the outside. Burrow looking at one of those. Now goes to the middle, broken up. Grant Delpit broke it up. It was Gesicki who was the